Okay, here's the deal. I went down and got the car inspected yesterday. It actually ran great on the way down there. On the way back it started running not so great. After a while it started blowing bubbles out into the overflow tank, and the heater stopped working, which is a sure sign of a blown head gasket. Somebody told me that a blown head gasket might not show up right away, might show up over time, and you know, in my opinion, that's what it's done. I don't know if this has started puffing yet because it's bone cold. Sometimes you can't see it start blowing bubbles till it warms up a little bit. But what I did was I did some online research. For somebody suggested a product that I put in there, and I finally settled on this Blue Devil head gasket sealant. And one of the things you have to do with it, let me cut this car off. Anyway, one of the things about using the Blue Devil is you have to clean out your coolant system, get all of the antifreeze out of it, and flush it out good. And in order to do that, you need to do it on a day that's not freezing. And we don't have a lot of days like that up here this time of year, but lo and behold, you see water dripping off the roof there and ice is melting. And I sort of thought, well, this is my chance, you know. If I get right with it and do this today, I can do this. So I went to Napa, bought a jug of this stuff. I'm going to drain everything out. I'm going to flush the cooling system, and I'm going to give it a try. You know what? If it don't work, I'll know it don't work, and you will too. And if it does work, the same thing. We'll see. And you know what? If this was, I mean, well, heck. I mean, if it works, it works. What more can I say? We'll give it a try. All right, I've got the antifreeze draining out of it. The other thing I didn't mention you have to do is take the thermostat out, and that's what I'm doing now. The thermostat is down inside of this little pocket right here. 2 bolts hold it in. Pop them out, take it out, and then I'll flush the system real good. They say to take off the bottom radiator hose and flush it backwards, so probably going to be a little bit of a pain to get that bottom hose off without having to pull a fan out. But if I have to pull a fan out, I will. Okay, one of the things it says is that you're supposed to take the thermostat out. The problem on this car is that the thermostat holds the gasket that keeps the thermostat housing from leaking. And you can't put the gasket in there without the thermostat. But I saved, like I save everything, I saved the old thermostat and I cut the guts out of it so that all I have left is the ring and the gasket, and I'm going to put that in there. That way when I put the head gasket sealant through, it won't be leaking. If it's leaking, this stuff is going to find the leak and try to stop it. I don't want it trying to stop a leak on my thermostat housing. It's not supposed to be stopping. I want it to find the leak in the head. So common sense just tells me that's what I needed to do. That's what I did. I guess I'm going a little overboard with cleaning out the motor. They wanted you to flush it real good. They wanted it reverse flushed, so I took the fan out so I could get the hose off so I could reverse flush it. This is what I'm doing here, running water in through the bottom pipe and out through the top pipe. And then I'm going to run some flushing agent. I'm going to put it all back together and put some flushing agent in there, run it for 10 minutes, drain it out, flush it again. And then at that point we'll put some water in it, we'll run the stuff through and see if it works. I'm going out of my way to make sure I do this right, because I don't want, if it fails, I don't want it to fail because I didn't clean the system out the way I was supposed to or anything like that. Okay, she's running now with the flush, radiator flush stuff in place. I don't have a lot of smoking back here like a lot of people show. You know, the car is just puffing out water. This one isn't doing that. Okay, that looks to be about operating temperature to me, so I'm going to let it run for 10 minutes. And then we'll drain it. Yeah, it is puffing a little bit, and I do see water there. Anyway, we'll drain it. After you drain it, you have to let it cool off before you flush it, and that's common sense because I started to say on a hot motor, if you put cold water in there, it'll blow a head gasket or crack the head or warp the head, but heck, I've already got that. Okay, she's still running with the flush in it, and she is puffing pretty good right now, so I guess that it's funny, the head gasket leak showed up in the overflow tank at first, and now it's showing up back here, and I'm not so much seeing it in the overflow tank, but gives me something to look at anyway. Let's see how long it's been now. It was 3:06 and it's 3:17, so it's been 10 minutes. So I'm going to shut her off. And we'll let her cool down good. And then we'll drain it and flush it, and then we'll put the stuff in it.
Woohoo! Well,